right, so I'm sure we have all seen these blocks of wood that people go ahead and turn into owls. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I'll throw a picture up on here just so you can see. I am going to be making those owls from this, but then I've got this piece right here. And I'm going to make a different kind of owl. So let's get started. So I've got some lines in here, so you can see. There's our owl. This is going to be the base that it's sitting on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut into here, and then I'm going to cut the shape out following this line here, put it all back together, and then cut out this part of the shape here. So let me get started. All right, so I've got it cut around there. Now I'm going to go ahead and start doing these. Nice rough cutout of this guy. Now I'm going to put all of these back together, just tape them all back on so that I can cut this side. All right, everything's taped. So now I'm going to cut this shape out right here. It comes around this way, and we'll get us a three-dimensional bird. All right, so what we have to do is we're going to round these little pieces here when we carve. And then it's actually gonna probably go more like this in here. So looking from here, what we're gonna have is the beak coming around. Starting to get a little bit of shape here. This is going to take a little bit of time, but boy, I do think this guy's going to be worth it once he's done. And I got to figure out this beak. I think I may want to thin it a little bit more because I want to be able to see this eye that's in here. So we'll see. We'll see what we do. All right, here I am partway through this project. And I wanted to just kind of show you where we stand at the moment. So here we have this side, and I think that looks really, really nice. I kind of like that. But if we turn it straight forward, we can't see those eyes. So I want to let me flip this around. So what I want to do is I want to take this, and you can see I've kind of drawn on here a little bit. I want to thin this out just a little bit down here at the bottom, so that when we're looking straight on, we get a little bit more of this eye. We just want to see a hint of it. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do now, is get that all set up so that we have so we can see from the front. Then once we have that, then I can go back over here and I can get this side ready as well. So this side's done. All we're going to do down here, this is just going to be shaped into a thin shape. And you can see in the background back here, there's what I'm looking at as far as what I'm going from. I saw this online, so I'm going to try my little version of it. That one's the one that I just showed you is made out of several different species of wood. There's inlays for this part right here. inlays here. And I don't know that I'm going to do that. And as a matter of fact, I'm not even sure that they're inlays. The more I look at it, I think it's more that this is just stained more of like a whitewash, whereas this back here is the natural wood coming through. And all I'm using, something simple. You guys know what that is. You can go out and get those pretty inexpensively at your big box store. So I just wanted to try that with this, see how it looks. And if it turns out good and I like it, I'm going to probably get some hardwood and attempt this in hardwood just to give it a more elegant look. Well, we're getting there. Need to smooth down this entire body down at the bottom. I'm going to change a couple of things up here. I don't like how these ears turned out up here. I just don't like that look yet. I think they need to go back further on the head. I think they're too far forward. So I've got some cleanup I need to do in here. And this looks a little too tall and thin. But I'm getting there. I'm slowly getting there. All right, back to it. All right, so we're fully done as far as the major carving goes with this. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I fixed those ears. I like those a lot better than what I had. I think everything looks good. It's now just a matter of sanding this super smooth. And I'll go ahead and get started with that. I doubt very seriously I'm going to film all of that because who wants to see me sand that smooth? Yeah, I don't think so. Well, I have some of the sanding done. Still a lot more to go. Haven't even done the head yet, but I have started on the body. You can see that it's starting to get a little smoother than what we were at before. So let me continue on. All right, I have a little bit more sanding to do. I have the bottom sanded down here. A lot of this is sanded, but you can still see there's some little bit of markings in here. I'm not sure I'll be able to get those out of there easily, just because it's in the soft part of the wood, and I just keep digging in, and I don't want to do that. That's the big issue you've got when you're working with pine like this. It's pretty soft in there, so I'll do what I can, and I'll get it as smooth as I can, and then the whole thing's going to get stained a nice reddish brown, and then we're going to put a little bit of a whitewash of white on its on the belly, and like a little bit up here as well. So okay, so I'm going to put some stain on this. So I'm going to stain the entire piece first, and then once it's completely done and wiped off with the stain, then I'll add some white paint to it. I'm not sure I'm going to like this color, but it's the one I'm putting on first. We'll see how it looks once it's wiped down. I wanted something lighter yet a little reddish. I have red oak, but I felt that was too red. This may be too orange. So we'll see. All right, I'm feeling that's a little too orange for me. Not liking it at all. Well, I'm liking it a little bit. What I'm going to do is I have some dark walnut Danish oil. I'll go ahead and I'll add to that just to see what happens here. Oh, this might just do it. Get this on here and then I'll get it all wiped off. See what it does. All right now. Oh, that's going to be what I'm looking for right there. Perfect. It toned down the that orangish color. It's still there, and I do want a little bit of that orangish look to it, but not as much as it originally had. So this is nice. There we go. What do you think? You can see right in here where my sanding wasn't all the best. I like where we are, so I'm going to let it go. I do think my camera shut off. Apologies for that. Here's where we are so far. Okay, so yeah, the camera did shut off. I do apologize. So instead of using white, I used this sort of a off-white color to put around the eyes. I did that solid, although if you're looking at it live in person, you can see the wood grain through it. It's thin enough just to be able to see it. And then here I'm just dabbing this off-white color around for the bird's chest and stomach and then on its head. And that's just going to give it this mottled look. So I think I like the way this turned out. You'll see that in a second. All the paint is on. I'm very happy with that. I do like the way this turned out. So, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to go ahead and put the finish on it, and we'll be done. Another one in the books, guys. All right. He's done. Hold on. I need some more light. All right, there we go. There's our little guy. All finished. Now, like I said, I have to put some finish on this one. I'm just going to put a clear satin on here, but super happy with the way this turned out. This took quite a bit of time to do, probably a good 4 hours. 3 of it, I think, was sanding, but it's all good. I do love the way it ended up. It's perfect. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Much appreciated. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. It really does help. All that stuff is free. There's no charge for any of that. So if you do like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button or hit the subscribe button. I'd very much appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.